So hello everyone, and welcome to my review of My Hero Academia episode 2 season 3, or episode 14 total, right? Yeah, this is a great episode. We finally get the hype right. It's finally ongoing. I love the wild pussycats. Great characters. We're gonna see more of them coming right there. 4 of them. Yeah, I don't know. I always like the kind of digressive female character. Pixie Boob. The name of that Pixie Bob, her name is, or maybe Pixie Boob. Right? It's just like, oh. No, I have to say it though. I think that scene. I mean, it's supposed to be all sad for Kouta. It is sad. It's sad, absolutely. But it is kind of a little weird, right? It's kind of a little weird, and it's kind of like if this was a hentai, man, you know, that was going up because she hits on the boys, right? Because she's like a cat, and she's like mating season, and no, but she's like she's too old, right? To not have a husband. Very Japanese inside. You have to get married around 25, or or it's too late, right? She's 31, something like that. Yeah, and which of course Deku mentioned. She's like, "Oh, you're this." No, I'm not. I'm 18 in spirit. Don't call me old, young boy. I'm young too and hot. Yeah, like she's all about that, right? Yeah, I think it's really fun. I think it's a great character. And then of course Deku goes into her office, and it's her office. He enters her office. He's still a towel. It's like this little loincloth towel around him, and it's like, "Hey, can I talk to you girls?" And he's like, okay. So of course it's carrying Kouta there, but I felt, man, this scene looks so weird, and there's one angle which I know I wish I wasn't so lazy, so I would try to edit the image here now, but it's a scene, right, but it's kind of like aimed from his crotch kind of into the girl, to Mandalay, yeah, and it's a weird angle. Kouta's lying on the bed, right, and she's like standing looking at Kouta, and then they're suddenly like here at her face, right, which is like loincloth in her yeah, almost kind of her eyesight there. It's like, yeah, that close. It's like, that scene looks really weird. Like, is this anime going not shonen anymore? And I was like, of course not. It's Urikawa Sue all the way, right, for Deku. But it's like, man, I found it hilarious that they have that scene just after she was openly hitting on Deku and the other, like shonen boys that she likes, right? It's like, oh, nice shonen boy, yeah, the young meat. It's like, man, and then that scene looked weird. But yeah, no, I think the cool thing was really, it's kind of perfectly done there though. Yeah, he stops Mineta, obviously best character Mineta, just trying to get some, fun action. He stops him and turns around and attack him, like, yeah, good job, Kouta. It's like, pink! Like, that's so pink! Oh, that was great. I also like the detail there where, what's the name, Hagakura, I honestly forget her name. I admit it, yeah, Hanagura, or the Invisible Girl, Hakagura, yeah, probably, something like that. But anyway, I love the detail there, that of course, all the girls around, they're all naked, right, in the bath, and then we see her, we don't see her because she's invisible, but we see like a pool, yeah, it's like it's a hole in the water right there, so she's clearly standing there, like, and she's naked too, as of course, there's no floating clothes, right, so that's nice. But anyway, the episode in general though, I think it's pretty good. It clearly is a little fillerish, right, when they fight all the monsters. That is, I don't know, in the manga it's probably way shorter. It's probably like 1 or 2 monsters, and then they probably jump to the camp. But I didn't like. I liked it a lot. Yeah, I didn't mind it for a second. I think it's a great way to use the time to write. That's what the animes can do really well. I feel some animes where you're like, okay, here's battle we can extend, right? Yeah, so. Separate compared to Black Clover, I find Black Clover is really bad at that, right? They have a lot of filler in Black Clover, but they don't really extend the battles. They kind of extend just like dialogues, like meaningless dialogue. And sometimes, of course, you want to have more dialogue and exposition of things in like detail that an anime can kind of add up to a manga. But like in that anime, it's kind of like, oh, they just do this like weird joke and do it like 3 times, which is really boring. Instead of just like, there's a battle for 10 minutes. Just make it 50 minutes. That, yeah, just extend like 5 minutes of that battle, make it even cooler, more explosive, whatever. Yeah. I think here My Academia is much better, right? That is a great way to add on to the content of the manga, add on to the time frame, so you don't go too fast and so on, right? Without yeah, and at the same time still feeling like it's fresh and feeling like, yeah, it's pretty cool, because it really works well here in My Academia. It's the easiest post for My Academia though, because they have a lot of characters. So I will say that in like of course in the defense there, My Academia has a lot of. It's an easy way to fill it out, because they do have like, what is it, like 22 or so like students, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but something around 20, and there's a lot of kids there, and of course we can showcase every power quickly without making it be redundant or boring and so on. So it's quite easy, yeah, for that filling battle of golems. But I think it was generally pretty good. It was really good. Love seeing Pixie Bob standing up there and be like, yeah, fight my gauntlet, I can do this thing. Yeah. And then after they come there and she's like, young boys killed is strong. No, but sorry. But generally, the whole premise, I think, is really fun in My Hero Academia. Where Aizawa Sensor, he's explaining it like, you know, we can throw you down here, and it's kind of like we live over there, right? And then afterward, they like throw them down this huge hilltop. It's like, it's good for them, you know. They have to train, they have to kind of not die, but almost die, and try to kill them with that giant rock things, but. No, it's try to kill them. They probably will survive. It's like great history. Yeah, very safe school. But I think that's a great thing with My Hero Academia. It's kind of like, yeah, we just throw them down the cliff. They will survive. It's really, really serious training in this anime. Yeah, of course we do know it's not nothing bad to happen to them at this stage. Of course, it might bad happen to them generally, but not when he's doing stuff. We know. So it's a little like, I think it's mainly paid for laughs. I think it works, but it also is a little bit like. Well, okay, we know they aren't in actual danger. He's kind of like, you know, joking about it. They might die, but probably not. He's kind of like, yeah, he's kind of like doing that thing, and we all know they're not gonna die. The author is gonna write off a character during training. Actually, think about it, I don't think it's ever gonna happen, but yeah, I would love to see that. That would be freaking awesome, because they have several times doing this like super hardcore training, right? And they're almost dying, but not really dying. It would be really badass if someone actually died from training. Not like Deku, of course, the main character, or Bakugo, but like some of the supportive side characters of the class. They actually, died in some, like, not here in the beginning, but maybe later on, and like, oh, let's fight this monster we had created, and like someone actually would perish. That actually would be really interesting. It would make all the other training camps much more. But also, it would be super dark. Yes, I don't see it ever happening. But I was like, that could be interesting. This used to be thinking of that could be interesting to happen actually. Would make all our training feel more serious, right? And the whole training arc would be like, wow, they could die, like, yeah, because they aren't gonna die, of course. But yeah, I think it was a great start of this episode, the season, this arc. Of course, the games are starting, and we are waiting for the bad guys to do something right. And it's gonna be really, really epic. Right now, I think it's more like, I think it's a good episode, but it's more, how would I say it? It's comedy and action, but it's not like that, serious action. It's like, they're fighting mecha stuff and they're fighting this thing, yeah. It's that kind of thing. It's kind of nameless goon fighting, but in a very good way, yeah. But done very well, very, very well. So it's really entertaining. But of course, we're gonna have some really major battles coming up. Right? As in the opening, we're gonna have some really, badass, massive fights, right, with actual enemies coming up. It's gonna be way, way more hype, of course, way, way better. More dramatic and so on, and I really foreseeing that, and I think it's going to come pretty quickly here. But yeah, the episode very entertaining. I'm happy it's back. It was a great episode, and I think from now on the anime is going to be really, really awesome. It's going to be fantastic when the bad guys on, when you get the massive stuff that's happening, right? Absolutely. So with that review, and I'll see you guys next week.